Shalom, all praises to Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Harakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great most honorable world. And shalom to the brothers doing the work of Syrian truth. Yeah, got this article on the Sun. I just found it amusing because the way, kind of like with the whole sex bots thing, sex robots, um, with like the release of the metaverse and the whole angle that's basically being pushed through that, where it's that alternative reality. It's that escape, so called. We can just go in and then like just have a whole different outlook on life within like virtual reality. It's more or less the same thing with these sex robots, man. It's just got mans that ain't been getting no pussy, can't afford a prostitute or whatever, to where they're just then you know gonna buy a doll and then just live in a complete fantasy. But that's why it's and now these things are propagating, because why? Because it's like people have been broken, and it's especially because of the whole lockdown. Since the lockdowns kicked in, since all the different restrictions came in, people are on edge, man. All the release valves for their stress, they've been gone. And that's the thing, is like now it's going to that extreme, because I remember when it started, the first lockdown started, it's like sex doll sales were blowing up, I believe. And it's wild because like, yeah, they're trying to put AI in them and shit. But that just shows how out there, how un disconnected from reality the world's becoming, man, and people. So this is what Jingle Balls. I'm a sex bot expert, and here are the best Christmas sex dolls to keep you company as demand peaks in holidays. This is what a sex bot expert has offered their best advice uh, on the best Christmas sex dolls to keep you company as holiday season. So this is what, as the pandemic continues, the holidays are a lonely time for some Americans with no family or friends to spend the festive season with. This is the zone people are in, man. And this is what, the solutions are being offered. Like going into the metaverse, into like virtual reality, or getting like a dolly, so you can bend her over whenever you want. Kind of mad still. Um, Lonely time for with no family. Okay, so December 2020 saw 112% increase in sex doll sales, and it's expected to be repeated this year, with many again separated from their families due to concerns over C19. A U.S. retailer, Sex Doll Genie, reported the uptick as many firms are taking advantage of the trend by offering special holiday season dolls to get people through. The holidays are generally some of the loneliest times of the year for certain groups of people. Sex Doll Genie co-founder Amit Stevenson told My Perfect Life that combined with the C restrictions we have in place now, uh, is creating a very concerning scenario where those who are vulnerable and feel alone are not able to use what could be their traditional coping mechanisms, using no such as going to the cafe or taking a stroll to the park. Yeah, so as I was saying, it's like all these different activities people got up to in the world. These things are the only reason why they've basically been able to put up with how much of a shithole this kingdom is, rulership is. But the flip side of that is what is now those things have been missing for a while. Those things are in the wind. Dumb been in the wind for a long time. As such, then what? Then it's like for you to what do you call it? To continue to function, they're gonna need to either find some other kind of release valve, or or they just start going a bit stir crazy. Yeah. But that's why it's like, yeah, a lot of people been noticeably losing their sanity. Uh says da, 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 da. It's clear the seasonal loneliness is being felt to an even sharper degree this year, coming on the back of what could be months of isolation and national stay-at-home orders. We found a lot of new customers turning to us and our dolls in order to in order to prepare for this period and alleviate some of the anxiety around these dreaded few weeks. That's the thing. It's like a lot of people as well. Jesus. A good example is mad. A good example is with like a lot of people that come over from Europe. They might be from Italy, be from Spain, be from Eastern Europe, whatever, and then they've come over to London, and it's like they might have been planning to go back home, or they might have been planning to not even stay in the country that long, but now they're stuck. They ain't got as many friends or whatever. Some of their friends, there's hella people where it was like just before Brexit, them guys fucked off. Like before the Brexit vote came in, got confirmed. When was it 2021, like January this year? Like there, a lot of people fucked off. So some would have still been here, and then just get stuck because of the restrictions and whatnot, or just because travel's got way more hectic since. But then what? It's there. People are done, man. That's where they're going to anything, anywhere. They can find that relief, man. It's funny because like Esau has turned the the what should happen between a man and a woman. The simplicity of how it's been done. Since ancient times, that's been completely turned on its head. To where now a more viable a more viable approach for certain men is to go and get a doll rather than deal with actual women. Like that's how that's how much the game's been fucked up through Esau's kingdom, man, through the process of time, mainly starting with women's lib, just throwing everything to the dogs. So that's it. All these, and this is the thing is that's how Esau's kingdoms worked, how it's been structured, to where you've like the simple things that should not even be a fault, things that should basically be real easy and smooth, and there's no assistance needed. These things have become a hassle. These things have become difficult. These things become stressful to achieve within Esau's society. And yeah, he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. And setting up that way. Says Matthew 24:12, and it says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Yeah, in general, what? Iniquity is abounding to a massive degree, and the love of many is notably dried up, man. People aren't moving. That the whole sense of being a community of one people that Esau used to have back in the day, that used to abide, within America and other places. Like these things have been chipped away. A big part of that is the whole multiculturalism, man. It's basically just brought in all different forms of people, and it's trying to heat them on top with all their different ways they deal with each other. It's just like they look at where they ain't looking to, to adjust to that. So you got was it Isaiah was it Isaiah 13? Oh no. Yeah, Isaiah 13. How everyone's, gonna return back to their own home. And that's how it's gonna get. Because that's the thing is, things going down racial lines, that's already been made hella clear, man. When you had good examples like the Brexit vote, when Trump got in, you had those racial tensions stirred up. And it's something which is being maintained through media. All people aren't moving. All that everyone working together towards one common goal. That shit don't exist in the modern day, man. That don't exist in the modern day. Everyone's out for their own. Read this, 2 Ezra 16. And 17, it says, woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me from those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, but what shall I do when those evils shall come? Yeah. And this is the mindset a lot of people are going to be. Well, a lot of people aren't thinking about what shall I do when the evils come. They're basically just hoping that no evil befalls them. And that's them being completely, completely uneducated, not knowing how things deal, man. You ain't just gonna, whenever any emergency comes, you're just gonna be able to, work out a contingency on the fly. There's things you got to plan for, and as well, anyway, even if you plan for, even if you set yourself up, certain things that can't be avoided, man. And that's the thing is people, these prophecies are something that can't be avoided, man. That's why it's like, man, people being in the state they're in now, where they're so messed up, they're basically logging into, to live in some metaverse, or they're looking at that like that's a viable solution. It's funny as well because the new Matrix film came out very recently. Lord willing, get to watch it and see what it's saying. But it's like, yeah, these, it's pushing out the same vibration, man. About people more or less looking for that escape, man. And that's, it's gonna link in with the charagma. That's the thing. It's all these things built around technology. It's gonna link into the charagma, even with those sex dolls, whatever. Whether it continues down, the wall, they're either gonna be like utilizing like, hey yo, look, as a perk. Or other things, man. Because it's all these things linked in with technology, same with the metaverse. They're gonna basically link it back somehow. Be like, oh, you can store your, all your details of your transactions or whatever, what you've done in the metaverse, etc. All these things are being developed. It's funny because all these technology is being developed, and it's like, hey, the charagma's in the news, man, heavy. Lets you know where it's going. But yeah, I'll leave it there, man. Shalom. Shalom.